Good evening, everybody. How's everybody doing tonight? Just waiting to see if it works. I usually have like a 10-second lag before I can figure out if I'm actually live or if I'm just up here talking to myself, which is always possible. Is it working? Because it looks like it's not working on my end. I'm getting a blank screen. Can anybody see me or hear me? That's what I figured. Shoot, I don't even know how to fix this. It's telling me I'm live, but I see on my phone that there is no picture. Um, Crap. I don't know what to do. I'm going to try to refresh it. It might just be let's see. Did that work? Okay, I'm going to refresh the screen. If it cuts it off, because I don't know what else to do. If it cuts it off, I might have to start a new stream. So if it goes away, just look for it again and take the lens cap off. There is no lens cap. I don't have a lens cap on here. I'm on a laptop. Funny guy. All right, I'm going to try and refresh it. If it clicks off, I'm just going to try a new stream and see if it works. I know you were only kidding. um, okay. Oh, I think it worked. I don't know what I did. But if it doesn't work, try turning it off and turning it on again. Right? That's what they say. So, what's up, everybody? I am. Tonight is a total hat night. You guys are lucky I'm not wearing dark glasses. I did not sleep last night. Hey, Tara, did you guys get the torrential rains last night? Because holy crow, we had roads collapse here. We had massive flooding. They were trying to rescue people all night long. It was horrible. I'm watching apartments flood. Anything by the water was just there was these massive buildings that just flooded out completely, and there was cars stuck all over the roads and stuff, and people had to get rescued from all these places. I don't know if anybody drowned, which I'm betting people are dumb enough to go through these horrible puddles, but I hope not. Let me say hello to everybody. Hey, KP, how you doing? Steph, if you're still here, hello. If not, I hope you have a great evening. Simply Tony, my friend, I hope you have a great evening too. I'm betting you're not here anymore either. Hey, Sherry, my brother Kevin, little lone prepper. Devil Dog, how you feeling? I hope you are feeling good. Hey, Kelly and Rambo, or one or the other. Johnny Preps, Tiger. Oh, awesome! Oh, Tiger, you're so sweet. Hey, Michigan, how you doing? Tara, Tuck. Hey, Southern Tier Prepper, how you feeling? Are you out yet? Oh, I'm telling you, they needed it here on Long Island. The amount of water was insane. We have a ton of dams that broke over by one of the nature preserves. The whole road collapsed and half of the building, which I believe was a museum. Hey, Dawn. Holy crap, that's so sad. Yeah, I mean, people, you can't drive through puddles. I mean, they tell you that all the time. They say, turn around, but everybody's like, nope, no problem. My car can handle it. Hey, Katrinka, how you doing? So, it was a really, really big hose because it flooded half the island. I've never seen rain like that. I can't believe our basement didn't flood, but the alarms were going off all night long. All of those alerts, the flash flood alerts, and every time I'd start to fall asleep, another alert would go off. And then I have that Ring camera, and that thing kept going off with riptides. I'm like, who's going swimming at 3 o'clock in the morning? There's no need for those types of alerts going off right now. So I didn't sleep, and I was worried about my basement. I'm still recovering. Seem to be getting a little better. It's a lot of pain, but I'm getting through it. Oh, well, you know what? I'm praying for you every night, and I hope it goes away quickly and you heal quickly. Awesome, Katrinka. Probably getting discharged tomorrow. I was supposed to be out yesterday, but had too much drainage still in the pain levels. Oh, I'm sorry. Praying for you too, my friend. And before I keep going, I have a favor to ask all you guys if you wouldn't mind setting some extra prayers up for my brother Kevin here. He's going through some stuff and he could definitely use prayers. I won't say it if he wants to tell you, that's his business. But I didn't ask him if I could before I said anything. I have a reservoir and a dam on the other side behind my house. Who knows what path through the valleys it would take? Yeah, I called a couple of my girlfriends who live over in the area. They said one of the lakes, the dam broke, and they said the lake was just draining. I'm like, I don't know where that water's going, and I don't know how close they are to it. So how you guys doing? So I was kind of thinking tonight we could talk about like what we are doing to kind of um, calm our minds. How many of you guys have like anxious thoughts and stuff where your mind is always going and you're always trying to figure out what the next thing is and trying to make sure that you do everything you need to do and just kind of going that way? How many of you guys have that? Or does anybody have that? Or is it just me? Am I like alone in this thinking? Oh, yeah, that's hard. I I made a little video about that, the sleeping video for anybody who it's really good for that. It's not good for people who have like medical issues for sleeping, but it's especially good for people who can't fall asleep, especially when they can't shut off their brains. You might, I don't know if you've checked it out or tried it. It's a really quick video. It's like 2 minutes long. So check it out and see, it might work for you. I know with a lot of people, it's worked. It was something. I think I was in the hospital when this guy, because I couldn't sleep, and this guy was one of the nurses or whatever, and it was some sort of, it was a meditation thing. I don't know if he said it was like a like a Tai Chi type of thing, or I might be mixing that up with something else. And this guy put me to sleep, and it was awesome. And it really works. So I tell everybody else about it. And the people who can't shut off their brains, this works really well. Hey Mary, how you doing? Yeah, this is kind of where I was going with. Hey Canadian, how you doing? Uh, I do, and it's even worse because I'm not at 100%. 75%. Yeah. So I just figured, yes, we could talk about like what are we doing without getting like political, because I don't like politics on my channel. Um, I think so many of us think that something's coming, with the election coming up, that something's going to happen regardless of who wins. There's things going to happen, and whatever your timeline is for what you think may happen. So is anybody doing anything to specifically, I'm not talking about preparing, I'm talking about like doing something to help calm their thoughts, to help say like, hey, if I do this, this will help my anxiety. And like kind of like a skill to learn, or doing something different where you're like, okay, this will specifically help my anxiety. I'm trying to learn to garden. We started talking about this the last time I was on, like 2 weeks ago. I'm trying to learn how to grow stuff, because that is a big concern of mine. So, and it's a huge anxiety issue for me because I can't grow anything. I just, I kill everything I touch when it comes to plants and vegetables and growing anything. My kids are still alive, so I did okay with them. Yeah, well, you have a little bit of a different situation. I mean, you have all that you're going through. So yours is not just, I mean, yours is not just anxiety. You have a reason for going through that anxiety. I totally get it. I hope there's people who are helping you. Aw, that's sweet, Katrinka. My girlfriend does the exact same thing. She tells me. She says she actually prays that she will wake up so she can pray, and I know it helps her. Sort of, but I'm just telling my body to sleep. So I'm not really doing much other than telling my body to sleep. Oh, hey Casey, how you doing? That's me. I wake up so many times a night now, and I don't know what that's all about. I don't know if it's because they say everybody has a ton of dreams every night. If you remember them, it means you're not sleeping. So, because you're waking up at that time, if you don't wake up, you're not going to remember them. If you wake up during certain times, that's when you remember your dreams. So, if you are remembering your dreams, it's because you sleep like crap. So, but I have these really wicked dreams that I think are actually waking me up. I'm not really sure if I'm waking myself up, or because the dreams are so bad, or I'm just naturally waking up and remembering really weird dreams. That's a problem with a lot of us. Sometimes you don't even know what's weighing on your mind. And but as I said, I mean, because it's really easy and you could do it 17 times a night if you want to. And I told everybody, if it doesn't work the first time, just do it again. And it's basically just scrunching up your muscles, releasing them just in a certain order, getting comfortable. Like you don't have to do anything special. You do it while you're lying in bed. So just watch that video if you're interested in it. And I just don't want to do it again because I sound like an idiot when I do it. But it helps calm your mind. It's the best thing I have ever found where it calms my mind so I can fall asleep when I have those issues. and sharing, but we were all stressed. I mean, I think a good majority of people are are praying people, and I mean, you don't have to share, you don't have to. It's totally up to them. However they want to do it. My mind never shuts off, never, not once. So, okay. Do you guys also, I think we discussed this once before. I might be repeating myself, but do you guys ever kind of like war game in your brain? So, like, you say, all right, I have to go to I'm going to work. I'm driving to work, and what happens if we get hit with a CME, and it takes out. It's like the Carrington event where it takes out half the electric grid, and your cars aren't working. What would you do? Does anybody like do that in their brain, like kind of like wherever they go? Because I kind of do that every place I'm going. Yeah, somebody told me today that I really needed to just grow aloe because you can't kill it. And I've tried three plants and I've killed all three within a week. So I'm pretty sure that my thumb is poisonous. Breathing correctly is huge. Um, when you breathe, you want to breathe out. You want to exhale twice as long as you're breathing in. So if you breathe in and count to, like, say, 5, however you want to count, you want to do the same count, and you want to exhale on the count of 10. That's a really big thing, because if you're not doing that, you're actually hyperventilating. And people with anxiety tend to hyperventilate all the time and not breathe correctly. That's one of the things that I tell people if they're having a panic attack, is to really focus on your breathing, because that's one of the things that will take you out, because when you have an anxiety attack, you are completely hyperventilating even if you don't know it. Encryptions. Oh, good. Does that help? Your emotional network, power, positive attitude. Gotta nip the negative thoughts in the bud and inform yourself on. Yeah, negative thoughts, they're so hard to avoid. It's people with anxiety, that's what we focus on. We focus on the what ifs, but the negative what ifs. We never say, like, hey, what if everything is all great, and hey, what if I win the lotto tomorrow? Like, we never do that. We always go, what if everything falls apart tomorrow? What if whatever, the world ends tomorrow? That's always what we're focusing on. And we have to try to learn to change our thoughts. Negative thoughts just reinforce our anxiety, and that's not good. It's so hard to do, though. I mean, when you're prone to these types of thoughts, it's really, really hard to get yourself to change and make yourself into a positive person. I start with being a positive person outward, and sometimes that can, like, seep into my conscious thoughts. Like as Rescue always says, make it a great day. Don't have a good day. The choice is yours. You can make it a great day. So I start with things like that, and I tell everybody else, make it a great day. I smile at people, and I try to tell everybody else positive things. And I feel like if I keep doing it outwards, eventually it'll sink into my own brain, because I know logically most of what I'm thinking is not correct. And I know that it's my anxiety and that I am blowing things out way out of proportion. But it's just so hard to break that cycle. So if I can tell other people, you know, especially if I can say, like, "Hey, oh, you're having a bad day? Okay, well, what's your bad day? Let's see if we can turn that into something positive." That maybe my brain will also be like, "Hey, well," and sometimes just saying it out loud, you realize, "Wow, that's such a negative thought. Let's turn that around." So if you consciously try to do it outward, I feel like it sometimes goes back inward. Does that make any sense, or am I just babbling incoherently? If I'm making, fixing, cleaning, it's channeled. Today was laundry, exercise, fixing other things, and planning to build a cat tower. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, keeping your mind occupied is definitely a really good thing for a lot of people. Yeah, and but I call that situational anxiety. At least that's my term for it. Because I think people have a normal amount of anxiety about what's going on here. But people with panic disorders or anxiety tend to blow that up, you know, tenfold. People always say, don't do this out of fear, but that's what I do most of my life out of. I've always been like this because my brain has always been anxious. I was born this way. I was born with an anxious brain, and I was born to always want to be ahead of the game because it's how I deal with everything. But when there's something going on and you're anxious about a specific thing, I don't really consider that like an anxiety. Like, that's not an anxiety disorder to me. I mean, like, yes, you can have panic attacks over it, but when the situation resolves itself, they usually go away for most people, and they don't continue to do it. Me, once I had a panic attack, that was it. I was like, oh my God, I'm going to have another one, and that just feeds into it, and it's like the fear of fear. It's terrible. Yeah. With you, but with my plans for that's awesome. No, my husband doesn't grow anything either. He fixes a lot of stuff though, so I mean, that's good. He's very, very mechanically inclined, but he can't grow anything. I don't know what that is. Is that for anxiety, or is that a medical thing for his arm? Melatonin supplements really gave me really busy dreams. I'm too lazy for all that. You're funny. Uh, okay, see, so you're like me. And it's so funny because I don't tell any. I'm sitting here on a public channel on social media telling the world what's going on, but I figure I have like 12 people who watch me. So, but I don't tell anybody this in real life. Like, I don't, people. I feel like people would be like, "You are absolutely crazy." Hey, Hudson Valley, how you doing? All right, so I'm guessing that means always with the wargaming too in your brain. I'm just assuming that what that means. But yeah, I would never tell anybody this. Like, you guys, I feel like you guys get me. It's for mood health. Okay. Uh, I'm not sure what that is. And I'm far behind in the chat, so I don't even know what you're laughing at anymore. It's for more small events and large, but I war game hurricanes all year long. Okay. I mean, that makes sense where you are. I'm assuming you get a lot of them down there. That's really, I feel like you just hit the nail on the head. That's kind of exactly what I'm feeling like, but I just didn't realize it until you said it. Quit watering it so much. I only water one. Like, really? Okay. Now, I think I kept mine in a window, like where it gets a lot of sun. Is that bad, or is that good? I've given up on my tomato plant because it just died with the weather we had. Systematic breathing when I get stressed. What is that? I've never heard that term before. Also breathing through the nose. Oh, see, when I tell people to breathe the way they do, it's in through the nose, out through the mouth. But it's the exhale that's really the important part because you want to make sure you're doing it slowly and controlled. My dog might be heading over. Oh no, I'm so sorry. I hope not. Oh, prayers to you. Yeah, what Johnny said. I had to go to work. You know, I'm not sure, which way it goes with this. Like, were you anxiety like was it causing you anxiety because you like weren't leaving and you didn't have a place to go, so you were getting too comfortable um like being home all the time and not having anything to do, so it was getting harder to do small tasks? I just know that with all those COVID lockdowns, it really created stress in a couple of my girlfriends, and a couple of them became completely agoraphobic, and it was horrible. Or was it just because you needed something kind of to do with your hands type of thing? You know what I mean? Yeah, they really are, right, Katrinka? I just, oh. Oh, well, at least you're balancing each other out. That's kind of like me and my husband too, though. He's the positive one. He's always the one that goes, "No, you're seriously overthinking it, and what is wrong with you?" And sometimes I have to say it out loud to him, and I go, "Oh, wow, okay, that really sounded crazy." That's what I mean when you hear yourself getting, this, or turn it off and counter it with positive thoughts. Yeah, if you can do it. Not everybody can do that. That's really, really hard for a lot of people because they are so stuck, including me, in a cycle of but but what if, but what if this time, and it's just really hard to get out of it. So if you can do that, that is awesome. Aw. So I just enjoy embracing this. That's positive. I mean, you just proved her point right there. Yes, it's double time on the exhale. So just count. And as I said, you can count however you want to count. You want to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, whatever, or you can count 1, 2. Just make sure it's the same going in. You count the same way and double it on your way out. So if you're like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then exhale out through your mouth and count the same way out to 10. So it's a controlled exhale. That's how um that's how you stop yourself from hyperventilating. And make sure your stomach is moving. Like instead of your chest, like which is like a shallow breath, make sure when you're breathing in, watch your stomach expand. Oh, did I miss it? Katrinka, did you tell us what systematic breathing was? Or did I miss it? Oh, I'm sorry, Dawn. I hope not. Hey, my sister, how are you? Oh, that sounds delicious. I'll be right over. If I missed anybody, it totally unintentional. horrible side effects, up to including cancer. If you can get off it, do so. I still don't know what that is. I've never actually heard of it. I've heard you guys talking about it a couple of times, but I still don't know what it is. Hello, Mrs. Metal. How are you? I learned to read the energy around me from an early age. It was an individual skill. My dad was out, and I could tell when he was becoming. Oh, yeah. That's a horrible lesson to learn. I'm sorry you had to go through that, little old pepper. Hey, Teresa. Sherry, I think I said hello to you. I could do a video on systematic breathing if you would like on my channel. Yeah, absolutely. That would be very cool. Of course, you're very welcome. I hope it helps you. That makes sense. I'm still counting down the days. 2 years, 1 month, 3 days. No, they don't. And then they all say, don't do it out of fear. And I'm like, really? Because that's kind of what you're pushing here. Although some of them say, but if you buy my product, you'll survive forever. Yeah, I don't listen to the fearmongers. I have shut them off. I have one girlfriend who goes out with me, most weekends, and she doesn't watch any of this stuff, but sometimes somebody will share a video and it'll be one of those types of videos, and she'll send it to me and she's like, oh my God, look what's going on. I'm like, no. You can't listen to these people. To them, the world is ending every 3 days. Don't. Those are not the people to listen to. Hey, PJ, how are you? Because every day we're going to die. Just not. Yeah, exactly. They're telling you every day is. Yeah. How did you? I know how to say your name. Wait a second. Tuga, right? Am I saying that right? Hey, Shannon. Do you guys think I should rename the show Wednesday? I don't think so. I mean, you know why? Because if anybody watches your show, they know that's not what it's about. It's you're not the fearmonger. I mean, you started it kind of as a joke, didn't you? Like, hey, we're all going to die because of something else. I mean, I think it's fine, but that's just my vote. Did it jump or something? Because I feel like I just read this. Am I backward? Did I go backwards somehow? Oops. Is a brain drug that can deal with pain. Okay. The only pain medication I take, the strongest I've ever taken, I think, is ibuprofen 800s. I go into the woods and just scream as loud as I can to release the bad energy, but I'm afraid somebody. You can always scream into something at the top of your lungs, but that's a real, you know what? That's a really good stress reliever. Or throw something and and break it, or throw rocks at a tree or something when where nobody else is around. Hey, Grateful Preps, how are you? But he's and the new puppy is keeping him going. Aw. And now, thanks to you, I sing that every time I see her name. Hey, Wolfgang, how are you? Yeah, definitely, because that's awesome. No, because as I said, you know what? As soon as you said it, or as soon as I read it, it was like, wow, yes, that's exactly what I'm feeling. I just never realized it. Don't do it out of fear. I do it out of anger. It gives me energy. That and coffee. Well, coffee gives me a little energy too. Our product. Would you have cool t-shirts? I have um a tumbler, I guess you call it. It's a kick-ass tumbler. Oh, congratulations. I hope you love it. Yeah, new job is really can really be stress inducing. I actually have an interview on Wednesday, but I don't really care about it because I'm really just going to see what it's all about because it's in the big executive office. So I'm kind of like, you know what? Let's go see what it's about. But I actually really like my job, and for a couple of extra bucks, it's probably not worth me leaving where I am, because I've been around, because I work in a county job, and I've been around the county for about 16 years, and it's I've had some really good supervisors and some really sucky ones, but the one I have now is probably the best one I've ever had, and I actually just like my job. I love the people I work with, and not really sure if I want to give that up for a couple of bucks. But I'm going Wednesday anyway, but I'm not nervous because I really don't want the job. But it could potentially get me a title upgrade at my job, so that's why I'm going for it. Huga Homestead. Did I say it right? Huga? When I said it the first time, I feel like I did. Indeed, I did. Definitely overed. Oh my God, that's horrible. Yeah, you know what? Well, when I started, I had no picture. I was just a black screen. I don't know what was going on. But when in doubt, turn it off, turn it on, and it worked. Oh, nice. I'll take some of them too. We went to, I don't know where we were, Costco or something the other day, and We try not to do anything processed anymore in this house. So anything I make, and I make snacks and stuff. I'll make cookies or whatever. I'll make brownies, but I'll make them from scratch. And he picked up these, like, they were totally processed brownies, but they looked really good. But I made him put them back. I'm like, no, we're not buying chemicals anymore. But now I want brownies. Anyway, that was the yes, exactly, Katrinka. I worked out to the next one. She suddenly let out scream, scared, and she was just releasing stress. Even nuns get stressed. Oh wow, that's funny. Aw, that's so sweet, Katrinka. You are all in mine every night, also. Can we have a lesson of use of campsites clothing called? That's funny. Kevin, my brother, you are invincible, and I'm holding you to that. Oh, cool. I don't remember the last time I drank Dunkin' Donuts coffee. I have a coffee maker everywhere I go. At work I have one on my desk. Yeah, so I don't buy coffee anymore. Crush my tumbler? I'm confused. Someone. Oh my god, a skunk got into your kitchen? I actually had a really good steak last tonight. It was actually left over from last night, but it was just as good. I had a job interview. Oh, nice. Oh, for the uh, interview. Yeah, I would always rather be the one me telling them no than them telling me no. That's awesome. Are you taking it? Did they offer it to you? That's awesome. Oh, you guys are so cute. Ah, nice. That's probably the only peanut butter I like is peanut butter cookies. I do not like just like peanut butter normally. Peanuts, yes. Not peanut butter though. Oh, love you, bro. Totally get it. But you know what? You're still getting the help you need there. So while it sucks, you're probably better off there. But I'm saying prayers for you every night that you get home soon. Yeah. You know what is, I can't pay that much for a cup of coffee anymore. The girl I work with, who's, I don't know, she's like 33 or so, she goes to Starbucks like 3 times a day and she gets these things. She's got to spend like $30 a day easily on coffee. And I'm like, oh my God, like, how do you afford that? Ooh, chocolate coffee. That sounds delicious. What did I miss? I want chocolate coffee. Oh, you're talking about turkeys. Oh, that's great. See, that's one thing I can't do. I can't go alone into the woods like that. I'd like to be able to. Like the thought is awesome, but I don't know if I'd be able to do that. That's a little too high anxiety for me. I would be scared of every noise that came is more the reason for that. Every bird that flapped its wings, I'd be like, "Oh my god, that's a serial killer." I never apply for a job I don't want because I always get in. That's awesome. Yes, but I'm okay telling them no. And they understand, like, especially at a county job, they know a lot of people will go for it just to better their positions where they are. Oh, that's right. I remember you saying that, Shannon. I hope you had a great time. Yeah, it really is. Yeah, the thought of it sounds so great, but I know me, I wouldn't be able to handle any noises that came. If I could, right? And I think she's more like 30 because those things are like $10 a cup. She gets those specialty things. I know nothing about turkeys other than how to cook one on Thanksgiving. Uh, it's really just a chip. It's really just the chip Abe's. I don't understand that statement. Sorry. That's kind of creepy. All towns are for emergencies and for the dogs. Yeah. All right. So what else is going on? I'm actually at the bottom of the chat, which is pretty surprising for me. I like Cheetos. Alrighty then. I don't know if I missed something or if that was just a random thought. All right. Well, then I'm probably going to cut this off here because I am exhausted. I'm hoping none of the alarms go off tonight again because they're talking about more flash floods potentially, which I don't even think it's raining anymore. So I'm just hoping they don't go off in the middle of the night again and wake me up. But yeah, I think I got up like 12 times last night. Trying to do a film video for 2 weeks in welfare. I've had a lot of problems with that. Everybody's complaining about their phones around here too, on Long Island. They're they're saying that there's all sorts of glitches. My husband was having a lot of issues with his today too. So I don't know if there's something going on. Are we having like sun flares or? I haven't been to enough states to really make that kind of guess, but right now we're looking at Virginia. Good night, Teresa. Zero usable footage. Four. Oh no, I'm sorry. That sucks. Oops. Hey, Dan. Sunflowers was last week. Oh, I mean, could it possibly still be affecting everything? I don't know how big they were. I don't usually watch that stuff unless somebody says like, "Hey, we're supposed to get some bigger ones." Um, I would, but it's really really hot there, prepping artists. My uncle wants us to come down and visit him. He's in the Arlington area. I don't think you guys are close to that, right? But it would take us forever because we don't fly. So it would take us probably a good 3 days to get there because I don't know if either one of us could do more than 8 hours in a car a day. That's a lot. And it takes, I think it's when I did it, a full 24 hours to get there. So that's a lot. I would have to do like 2 weeks. And then I looked at trains, and that was really insane. Oops. Hey, Metal Spawn, how are ya? Oh, I would. I mean, there's like 12 of you um, in Texas. I would love to meet in person. Like that would be completely awesome. But you would definitely be on the top of my list. That's cool. Oh, I missed something. All right, I'm actually going to cut this off because I'm exhausted and I probably have huge black lines under my eyes. And I know it's really dark in here now because we're losing the light a lot quicker. And my window was giving me my light, and now it's dark outside. So, you guys all have a really great night. And I will probably see you all next Monday, but I'll probably see you all before that too. Everybody have a wonderful night. Thanks for coming by.